Hey Spinnies, thought I'd document today. We're going for a ride, a little family outing, and we're going to be riding this. Yep, we're going on a train ride through the redwoods in Willis, California. So this is gonna be interesting. I'll try and get some video of the redwoods for y'all. Check in next time.
I got my fare, just track to sell. You go, station by the door of the floor. I read a magazine in the box. Dinner in the diner, nothing gets you finer. I got your contamination there. Yeah, when you whistle going into the fall. You know Tennessee's not very far. Shut the road going, you gotta keep it rolling. Woo, woo, got you there you are. There's gonna be a certain party at the station. I thank you. That LA, I used to call Funny Bay. And now she gonna cry. Till I tell her I will never go.
Did you bring any pictures?
I want to keep me home.
You can take videos now. I got room on my phone.
Read a magazine, you're in Baltimore. Dinner in the diner, nothing could be better. But then you have your contamination. There lie down when you read the whistle blowing into the bar. You know Tennessee's not very far. Shuffle over cold, you gotta keep it rolling. Woo, woo, there you are. There's gonna be a certain party at the station. Sad memories I used to call Funny Face. And now you're gonna cry. Till I tell her I will never go. Sad to choo-choo, I want you to be heard. Cat to do, folks, cat to run. All the road, cat to do, cat to go. Cat to choo-choo, I want you to be home. Wow. 1929, 1941, that's all.
2 years before I was born.
What's that? 2 years?
2 years before I was born. Yeah, I saw the light at the end of the tunnel.
The river itself winds over 50 miles through the canyon where it runs down in the city of Fort Bragg past the Noyo Harbor. It's a protected dam in the Steelman Pond River and has been closed to commercial fishing since the 1970s. There is an incredible variety of trees that grow in this valley. This, of course, includes the coastal redwood. The coastal redwood is the state tree of California. It's also the tallest tree in the world, reaching heights of over 400 feet and more than 25 feet across the base. This example is located in the city of Eureka, known as the Hyperion tree. It is 380 feet tall. More than 95% of all coastal redwoods grow from an existing root system. When a redwood tree falls down or is cut down, the roots immediately begin producing new trees, growing as fast as 10 feet in a single year. In many areas, you will notice a redwood stump that is surrounded by smaller redwood trees. This is known as a berry ring. It is actually the original 1900s. Most of the lumberjacks would sleep on the ground or in little tiny cabins like the one we're going to see out to the right. These tiny little redwood shacks would sleep anywhere from 2 to 8 lumberjacks at a time. They would bring them out on a flat car and then use a team of oxen to pull it into place using a set of skids on the bottom of the cabin. When they were finished logging an area, they would load it back onto a flat car and move it to the next location, building entire cities out of these little cabins. We are now just a couple minutes away from Crowley. When we arrive at Crowley, you are free to get off the train if you wish. We will be there for about 20 minutes while we switch the locomotive from one end of the train to the other. If you decide to get off at Crowley, please be extremely careful going down the stairs and assist all small children in doing so. Additionally, while we are at Crowley, please stay off the railroad tracks. Once again, stay off the railroad tracks. We will be switching the locomotive from one end to the other. Crowley was once a very large logging town. About 1,500 people lived out here. It was run by a Frenchman who loved tennis. In fact, he loved tennis so much he brought several tons of white clay with him all the way from France. The clay came by tall ship all the way around South America, this was before the Panama Canal, all the way up the west coast to the city of Fort Bragg, where it was shipped over 30 miles inland by rail to build a tennis court in the middle of nowhere. Crowley was later abandoned in the 1930s during the Great Depression. Nearly all of the building materials were relocated to the city of Willis. Very little of the original town remains other than a couple of those cabins used by the lumberjacks and that flat spot where the tennis court is still buried to this day. Today we are being pulled down the track by engine number 64. Number 64 is a 1955 EMT GP9 that operates a 16-cylinder diesel electric engine producing 1,750 horsepower. Originally steam service on the Southern Pacific Railroad, it arrived here in the late 1960s and has operated on this line continuously ever since. The open-air car is a converted 1956 Southern Pacific freight car. The concession car was built in 1923, and the rear coach was built in 1919. We are rolling on tracks completed in 1911. Railroad that is the California Western. And once again, those tracks are in fact the same set that we are traveling on right now. Those are about a mile ahead of the train. The open car should be passing over Rockwall now.
Spoonies, I hope you all enjoyed that video. I wanted to post something up for, I don't know, just something a little different, and have something up there for Spoonies like me who get re-energized by nature. We went out to lunch afterwards, and Auntie got her buzz on. And then we came home, but like the past 2 days, man, it's worn me out, but totally worth it to have that family time, especially with 2 other Spoonies in the family. So, probably do like a quick little update here. I had finally shaved today. This is like the 2nd day after the electrolysis. Before I go to bed, I'll be putting more aloe on my face. And I also took out my big hoops, which I'm a sucker for hoop earrings, and I admit it. And put on my sleeper ones, because these ones I don't feel when I'm sleeping or on the side. They don't catch on anything. Because I might do a little gaming before I take my medicine and go to sleep. So I will catch you on my next electrolysis session, which is coming up this Thursday. And I hope you guys have a flare-free day. And if you don't, well, hold on. I forgot to show you my glasses. These are my brand new ones. Aren't these cool? Like, I had to pick these out because I haven't seen anything like these, and I love them. It's so nice to be able to read street signs when I'm driving again, because my other pair and my sunglasses were a little bit on the weak side. Which, by the way, in the beginning of this video, those were my new prescription sunglasses that I was wearing. So, all right, now I hope you have a flare-free day, and if you don't, I hope it is short-lived and you find some relief soon. I love you, Spoonies, and I'll catch you next Thursday. Bye.